What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Metahuman Macaluco, and today's guest is none other than Elso the Demon. Elso, how are we doing today?
What's up? I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you. Um, do you prefer Elsa or can I call you Elsie?
You can call me either one.
Okay. How did you get your start in music? How did that come to be?
Well, my mom, she always kind of just did music and stuff like my whole life, and so she was a singer, and I tried to sing. I can only sing my song, but once I learned how to rap and stuff like that, that's what really kind of just made me feel like I learned my voice and stuff like that. But it really came from just seeing my mom doing music and stuff.
Okay, so your mom was already a prolific musician to begin with.
Yes, she had her own band and stuff like that for as long as I can remember.
Gotcha. Did she primarily work only within Memphis, or did she travel around?
She traveled around. We're originally from St. Louis, but she didn't been to all over the place. I remember being younger and she would be like going to Florida doing her shows and stuff like that. So she always kind of just traveled around and did music. But when she kind of got to Memphis and Bill Street, she just kind of stayed there for 10 years. I feel like she just fell in love with being on Bill Street.
Gotcha. Have you yourself got a chance to travel around venue to venue?
I've only been so far to one place. I had got paid to go out to Holly Springs, and I had did a show out there, and it was nice. That was last year, so I'm hoping I get to do more stuff like that soon, and just more like after I put myself out there more, just get more opportunities to go different places and stuff like that. Because I do want to travel and perform, but right now I've been performing mainly just around Memphis and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, and right now you're learning how to engineer and produce.
Yes, I am. I've been making a couple of beats. I made the last beat that I made all the way through was Surrender, and I really enjoyed that beat because I had did like my first little beat switch and stuff like that.
Right.
So that was nice to do. And I'm also gonna be doing another song while I engineer and stuff like that. Sprite, the last song I did, I helped engineer that song. So that was
Ah,
cool
hell
to
yeah.
do.
I'm the god of Sprite.
Yeah,
But
that
where
was
did that
good.
lyric come from? What inspired that?
I really was just chilling. Like I listened to a lot of Playboy Cardi, and so I was like, he just be saying random stuff sometimes, but it hit. And so I don't know what it was, and I was eating, and I was just like, okay. And it made me just think of McDonald's Sprite, and so that's what made me just kind of do that. And then I was like, dang, well, what do you think of when you think of McDonald's Sprite? And to me, that shit's spicy,
That's too.
and it'd be too much ice.
That's too funny. The what you call it? The wording of everything is just too perfect, and the flow, all that whole song is just too fire. To be honest,
Thank you, thank you.
absolutely. Um, what else was I gonna say? Have you sold any of your beats so far?
I actually haven't sold any. I haven't even posted any on my YouTube yet. I think that's like I guess I got to transition between being an artist and a producer because right now like these are mine.
Yeah,
But I do want to post them like after I do the ones that I do want to do songs to and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna start posting like the instrumental versions on my other YouTube and the other versions. I know people gonna take them. I know once you start like showing them and stuff, it's a high chance somebody might take the beat or might not even pay me. So I
yeah.
gotta be ready to risk it. So I'm like, let me use it first.
No, understandable.
Then it's just deals from there. So
The
the
other
beats
thing
that I like.
about putting free beats on YouTube though is that or not free, but like you have to make it clear that like it's for non-profit because a lot of these guys they'll it's so easy to take a song from YouTube and convert it into MP3. They'll
Hmm.
just still do whatever and think they can get away with
Yep.
consequence without consequence.
Yeah, that's true. That's what make it hard when you buy beats on YouTube too, because you've been a bought a beat and somebody still steal it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
another big thing. That gets annoying really fast too.
yeah, that's what made me want to start making my own beats just so it sounds different. And I
Okay,
know for a fact, I'm like, if I hear it again, I'm like, that's definitely my beat.
I got
I
you.
can't just be like, oh, I got charged into the game because there's 1,000 views on that YouTube video. So I just start making them myself because it kind of helped more.
I mean, it definitely probably pushed your career further. You're probably networking and working with other individuals. I would assume that someone
Yeah,
took you to their studio and literally showed you how to make the beats from scratch.
yeah, that's true. And they do help and stuff like that when you do make those connections and just it do help too because then it's like in the long run if I want to collab make a beat with them then I know I go to them and stuff like that or just even them just fucking with me and help me because some people won't even do that.
Yeah.
They'll want you to just in the long run want you to just keep paying them, so some people won't even help you do stuff like that, so it is just cool and I do appreciate that.
No, absolutely. There's a certain uh they say you shouldn't mix business with friendship, but there's like still a human level to all this. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like when you networking with people it's like it's a different type of friend. It's like a work friend. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you have friends at work and then you leave that job and you never see them again. You probably try to, but it's just like, oh, we not at work.
Yeah,
So it's like
absolutely.
you had them work friend. It's the same thing when you networking. You can still it's like having a work friend. You can still have that relationship. You still be cordial. You might crack a joke here and there. It might be a work related type joke or you know what I'm saying? It might be a music joke. But you might have it. It's just I feel like it's just about being able to code switch and knowing, how to do stuff in certain ways and in certain times. Like this okay for this time and stuff like that. But it do like you can have boundaries and still be cool and stuff. You still have business. You just gotta know how to you know, it's a thin line.
Yeah,
But you just gotta know how not to cross that line. You just gotta have boundaries for yourself. And that's like that with anybody really.
absolutely. Absolutely. Um my next question. Have you thought about getting experimental and making music outside of the genre that you're already comfortable with?
Yes, I have, and I ghostwrite. Well, I probably didn't say I ghostwrite for people too. So I have ghostwrite some songs, like some pop songs and stuff like that, so people can
Okay.
sing and stuff like that. So I do help. Like I love to write songs. So I might not be able. I know it's still a way for me to be able to sing it. That's what I'm gonna do on my label. As crazy as it sounds, because I seen a while ago um this dude in viral, this whole little brand went viral because they made like an AI artist. But the problem was like um first how the character looked and then who's gonna be the voice and all that other stuff. And it's like I want to do something like that because I'm already an artist. I'm already a songwriter. I can make the beats and stuff. And it's like I'm gonna just like think about just creating the character because they signed the AI thing for like $1 million, but they end up losing the contract.
Ah,
Exactly, and it's not even real. And I'm like, if that's the case, I'm finna just AI a character and do about the same thing. Just kind of like the same thing, but it's technically still me in a way. But I don't know, whatever work right now. I just been thinking about trying something like that because I have my label and stuff right now, which I'm trying to work on expanding and stuff. Sometime by the end of this year.
see, the thing with those AI artists is that they'll make the actual beat, but a lot of them, like from what I've noticed, they've been just like taking like already existing cartoon characters and having them rap over the beats they made. Like,
And it's like, no, you gotta have more creativity. That's why I'm like, I since I'm already an artist, I can do some stuff probably even with my own voice. You know what I'm saying? It would be easier for me to do something to my own voice and be just like Alvin the Chipmunk,
well,
or you know what I'm saying, just some
yeah.
random like Daddy Boot, maybe, or just some random singing SpongeBob national anthem because those do be funny. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
A lot of
they
that
don't.
Patrick, that stuff do be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, I get on that. bro would do something like they had him like he looked like 6'9", like it was an actual AI character dude. They was able to make him look videos and stuff. Like he had a whole content where he show you the inside of his house. Like it was crazy. They had it set up just the way they had it set up, and then they ended up signing him to a label. Like he was a real person. That's why I'm like, we really in the future
What the fuck?
where stuff probably finna get out. So I'm like, let me go ahead and get my stuff together now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they see me give me a robot or something. I don't know.
Oh my
So I was like,
goodness.
let me go and get prepared for them now.
Oh my god. I can't even fathom that. Okay.
I'm not finna be out here. They're not finna be out here competing with AI. I'm finna just become part of it too. Look,
No,
I'm like, I'm gonna just still have my songs, but I'm gonna separate it from myself.
I got you. Now, I don't know
So
if
no
you
comparison.
noticed this, but there's been some new features with AI, and there's been a couple artists that have been using an AI autotune. So there's this one guy named Twin, but it's with an X, so it's like TWXN. He made a song, and originally I thought it was a collab between Yeet, Playboy Cardi, and forgot who the third guy was, and it wasn't. It was just this one white dude using an AI voice modulator to sound like these guys. So he was
Oh man,
rapping, but he was using
I
so
didn't
like
even know you can do that.
yeah. If you look up "Telescope" by Twin, one of the first things that pops up is one of the dudes from JJK just walking casually, and the title's misleading because it says the three guys I mentioned, but like once you start to do the research into it, it's like, oh, it's this little white dude from Canada. Granted, he's kind of just like Yeaton
That's
himself,
crazy.
but it's like, bro, at what point does the line draw between like, because the lyrics are his, he made the beat. It's just that the AI attitude made him sound like someone else.
Right.
So,
That's crazy.
like that's something to think about too. What if someone is actually watching your work and like, wow, I like the way she sounds.
It just put me on that joint. I'm gonna do it back to them. I always said that. I'm like, if somebody steal my song, I'm gonna redrop it better. I'm like, oh, you think you can't outdo the original? We just gonna be doing the same song back to back,
Band for band.
man, over and over again. Like, what? I need to change the beat. I'm gonna do it back to them. I look on there and they got Elso the Demon on the song. I'm gonna put them. Nah, this gonna get them something. I don't gotta name them. They just gonna be mad. She stole my voice. You did it first.
Yeah, honestly. Oh man.
They be like, that's me.
Have you what would you say was your best and worst venues that you've performed at to date?
Okay, let me think. The worst. I want to say when I went. I'm not even gonna lie. When I went out to Holly Springs, it was like the way they had like made it, like it's gonna be. It was just when I got there, it's like so much was just different from what it was supposed to be. And then it's like normally when we do like the songs and stuff, you could like airdrop your music and stuff. They was mad at me because I didn't have a flash drive. That was just like a lot of people don't really carry a flash drive no more. And that's what you tell somebody before they drive hours. You know what I'm saying? To come because I would have had a flash drive already. And then I was supposed to do two songs because they had already booked me, for two songs. But they was already frustrated doing the one. They like, you want to do another? Yes, that's why I'm here. So
That's fucked.
it's just the vibes with the DJ. He's
So
like, I don't know what y'all do out in Memphis, but you need a flash drive. I'm like, in Memphis we have AirDrop, we have MacBooks. So I didn't know what to say. I just didn't even say nothing. I was just, I was just like, I don't know. But I'll never forget that.
oh
It
man.
made me not want to necessarily just go back out there because it's just not set up right. It's like
I
it's
would
something you prepare for.
like there's yeah, I mean there's being annoyed and then there's being like, okay, let's make an attempt to fix this.
And I had also sent them my song, so it's not like what I'm saying. They should have already had that stuff because I had already sent them that stuff. So I don't know. And they had it because they had played it on the radio. They had played on the radio. That was a good experience. That part was. It was just actually going to perform and stuff. Because they played on the radio, so I'm like, y'all have my songs. All you have to do is just pull them up or put them on your system or whatever. That probably would have been easier. Or just tell them they have flash drive. They didn't send me it. And he was mad. Yeah, he had attitude. I'm like, I don't know what type of DJ this is.
Oh my
That's
god.
what it is. We did the DJ that messed it up because everything else was fine. I had a good time. It's just him having that attitude and stuff. Other than that, I had pretty good experiences lately with like a lot of showcases that I did. My little cat just ran straight past. I had a lot of good experiences with like the past few showcases. They've been like really respectful and they kind of have it set up with the, the time slots and stuff. I've been more picky about which ones I do.
Yeah.
So it's not just all over the place. So now I know what time I'm supposed to perform. Even if it's a little bit off, I know at least know who I'm after and stuff like that. So I like more to be more organized.
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
I gotta be more picky now. So I don't be just sitting there looking crazy or saying now I look like I'm a professional. And another thing, my mic didn't work. Let me clock it. My mic didn't work. I was on there, I'm yelling. Luckily I'm just loud. I was just loud. But my mic kept going off, so I'm trying to shout myself out in the end. That's when I realized they could probably couldn't even hear me the whole time because the mic went out. So I'm like, this something with y'all's sound system or something like that, and that's something y'all supposed to test before anybody even get here. Y'all supposed to test the sound system, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not something you do with the person that's headlining. So I'm headlining, y'all just now realizing y'all don't have the sound system set up right. So I had to take the sacrifice for everybody, and my stuff was just went right. I was so mad.
Oh
So it
man.
was just that was the last one. Last time I went out there.
That would drive me up the wall. Um but did you ever have a good time at a venue? Like was did you meet people that were more accommodating than this group of people?
Yeah, like I had a couple times when I had worked with a promoter, this girl out here, her name is Destiny, and she had a couple of events that I went to, and they was really set up night. Like it was one that was set up like a red carpet event. We got interviews and stuff. It was just a nice experience and stuff. He take pictures of us. I liked it. And then the other one she had for her birthday, we went to another venue, and it was set up real nice. Like everybody, basically like everybody was doing in a way music videos at the same time as doing their performances, but I just want to perform because like the little rooms, it's like kind of like I don't know if you ever been to like a selfie place or something like that, that they are like a music video venue, but they have each room set up differently. So you might have this room set up like in the laundromat, this room over here set up like you at a bank. So it's just different rooms. So you could rap in the rooms, and I was just like, I want to rap just in the middle. I don't even care.
That's
And they didn't
insane. I
have
didn't
time to
even
set the
know
lights
they
up and
that
stuff. I'm
existed.
like, I just want to perform. And I'm happy I did that though, because me just performing instead of everybody trying to crowd in their little room, me just performing and stuff like that. Everybody, I got my first experience of people just singing my song, like after just like as an encore type stuff. After my song was out, everybody was singing it. It was my Life Path 2 song, and so like they made me so happy
That would
because
make
I
me
hadn't had
happy.
that happen before. Of people just singing the song, like okay, this for real. Y'all learned that joint. That fast. So I liked it. And it was just the way it was set up. It was nice. It was cool.
Would you
And so since
say
then I kind of just been picky with it.
would you say that particular moment was a humbling experience for you because it's like wow, people actually took the time to learn my stuff.
Yeah, it was. It just made me like I had those a lot because sometimes you have the moments like when you're artist where you get discouraged. And it don't even be just it'll just be from yourself.
Right.
Because you just be like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to be here, I want to be there, or you don't really necessarily because it's not nobody in your face saying every day, you know, you would love it. Nobody in your face every day, like I'm proud of you, or you did this, or here's a star, here's a sticker. You gotta get that shit to yourself.
Yeah.
If it's like here's a little star, here's a little treat, let me go give you a little treat because I did this. Like you gotta get that shit to yourself, and so those moments do help when you have another little discouragement. You be like, it'd be like checkpoints. I kind of like checkpoints. Like you playing a game. Them like checkpoints. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, I'm almost close to the finish line. Just hit the checkpoint. I can save. If something happened right now, I'm not gonna delete everything. Like I'm good. So So there'll be my checkpoint moments right there where I just be happy. I'll be like, okay, I'm doing something correct. Or I'm doing something good. So it was nice everybody singing and stuff like that.
Absolutely. How did you get your name Elso the Demon? How did that come to be?
So like I always been well, one, I always been emo. My whole life. I love rock music. I love my favorite band is Mayday Parade. So I
Okay.
just love all type of music and stuff like that. So it started with that, like my little emo phase and stuff that never ended. And then that with a mixture of one of my favorite rappers is Tyler the Creator. And so I was sitting down one day and I was like, okay, Tyler is a creator. And that's crazy to sound. I was like thinking, okay, what am I? And then I was like, Elso the Demon. So that's what I came up with that name. And I just feel like my name come from when I grew up in like a very super black conservative. They were very Pentecostal, very like very strict type stuff. And growing up in that environment, being different and always choosing to be myself, it in a way made me feel like they were demonizing me.
Yeah.
But in a way, I reclaim that back for myself. And I always experience that. Like a lot of people might see this and they might just because I listen to gospel music artists, that don't mean I don't pray. It don't mean I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't have my times. I'm like, oh, universe, what I do? Oh God, what do I do? I pray, I read my Bible, I do stuff like that, but I don't have to do it the way that y'all want me to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they get upset with me, and then I have to say, oh, you don't know who you're praying to. How you gonna tell me that?
How are you gonna tell
You
what?
don't know. You not doing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it'll do. What if it's a chance we are created by something different? So how you gonna tell me who I'm allowed to pray to? All I can do is do what I'm here to be created to do and follow what's in my heart. So I just do. I just be who I am, and for some reason, people don't always agree with that. But that don't mean I'm gonna stop being who I am. So I just found a way to reclaim it to where all the time I don't have to explain myself. What's your respect from a demon? You know what I'm saying? It's easier when
Absolutely.
they see me do something good and they be like, oh, well, she's not all bad, or oh, she does this and that, or you know what I'm saying? She don't really, she ain't all focus all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like when they see these little small moments of me being cool, then they understand. But overall, my bad, my cats are going crazy. Overall, I feel like it was just a way for me to reclaim myself in a way because that's just what I like to be. It's just who I am, and I know everybody won't accept it, but it's my way to kind of weed people out too. Because it's like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. I'm finna run away. I'm finna, ooh, oh, you're demonic, you're scary. Ooh. It kind of weed people out because some people just get to know you. Some people just understand it's just an aesthetic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people would be like, oh, this is just like a character she made. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, oh, this how she protects herself. Everybody have a different approach to how they view me, and I use that to weed it out. I'm gonna show you the most scariest version first. Oh, you still here? Cool. Now I can show you the softer me. So that's
Okay.
kind of what worked for me.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that
You're okay.
I like how you elaborated that, how you use that name to weed people out. Has there ever been like a full on argument over your name though? Like, has anyone ever just been like over the top, like, oh no?
A couple times, like I've had times when my grandma told me, "I'm praying the demons off of you," and all this stuff, and I'm just like, "You should pray for yourself." It's like it's just time where like people do stuff like that to me, and there's been times with friends. Hey guys, they just want attention right now. They're like having little 2 year olds, but it's like it'll be times like with my hold on, okay, let me circle back. Like I had an experience too. I had one experience with like friends and stuff where we'd be cool while we friends, and then after they want to pick on my name, and now I realized they probably never even listened to my songs. Like one girl, she was like, You're nothing. You just rap about demons and demonic stuff," and I'm like, "That's not even what my songs are about." I'm
What a
like, "That's how I
fraud.
know you never listen to anything I've ever sent you. You probably never even listened to nothing I've said." So. I deal with that a lot of times too.
That must get annoying very fast.
It does.
Um, Earlier you had mentioned that you were into rock music growing up. Do you currently now in this grown stage of life? I know you do a lot of networking. You do go to these other shows and showcases. You've been on the radio a couple of times. Um, Obviously you've performed. That's without the question. Have you gone out your way to hardcore shows and promoted yourself at those hardcore shows?
I haven't really been at, cause like that's why I really want to get out of Memphis. Cause it's like it's all kind of like the same type of vibe in a way. So it's like it'd be some big, like I done been to like some real big showcases. And then my mom and stuff like that, she doing performances. So I done been to like some big performances and stuff like that. But
I
it's
got
like I feel like growing up in that environment is like I'm ready for more.
yeah.
It's like I'm ready for more. I even it was one point I wanted her to be more than just street.
So
It's
Memphis.
like I'm ready to expand out.
So what would you say Memphis in terms of its music scene is like? Is it mostly like dedicated to its hip hop and rap artists, or is it a
It's
gamut
a
of?
mixture of like it's a lot of blues. They love blues and stuff. Like it's really a mixture of a lot of music. I'm not gonna lie. They kind of just been more open to rap and stuff on Beale Street because some sides of it don't let you even didn't let you play rap at first. But since a lot of the people that used to own the buildings and stuff now kind of passed on and their grandkids probably have it and stuff, a lot of things are kind of changing to being more lenient down there. But overall, they mainly just be stuck on like blues, R&B, a lot of covering covers of other songs. They do have rock and stuff down there. So sometimes I go down there like Coyote Ugly every now and then. They might have like a band or something like that. They play rock, but it's like the stuff that they did have before. My mama did play at like a really big event down here. They took a lot of the Memphis and Bay stuff away. A lot of stuff getting defunded down here. So it's like people still come down here for Memphis and May, but they don't have a lot of those old events where famous people would come in and all those different things.
Gotcha.
They don't have those stuff no more. Gaia, come here, Gaia, or one of you guys.
Is
He
the cat
disappeared.
just running around like a child?
Yeah, they noticed that I'm not paying attention. He was meowing for me just 2 seconds ago.
That's cute.
You're like, okay.
Have you had any prior experience performing or networking in Nashville and or Chattanooga?
No, I haven't. I need to do something like that. I always want to go out to Nashville and do something like that. That's something like that's why I like this year or even next year, so like beginning next year, I want to work on traveling and doing more shows out at different places, especially by the end of this year. I know this year I'm supposed to start working on doing like my own showcases and stuff.
Yeah.
So that way I could kind of put myself on the different end of it. Cause it's like, I don't know, I want to be in more control of how it goes. So I know it kind of ran correctly and stuff. Cause a lot of times I feel like if you are a promoter or you putting venues together and you're not a performer, it's not going to be catered to the performers. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? A lot of times it's just catered to them making money that night, or like everybody paid $1 million to get in. Only the artist pay free, but you got to bring 50 people with you, and they all pay $50,000 a piece. It's like
Yeah.
no, it's like I want to be able to do something where I just buy the venue and I charge. I let the artists get a certain amount of tickets, and they can make money off of their tickets they sell, and I make money off my tickets. You get what I'm saying? That's how we get people in there because a lot of times artists will bring more people in if they making money off their own tickets.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'd rather put them in a position to do that. I can make my money off food, the bar, stuff like that, or even then. But it's like I really just want to do. I want to be in control so the experience could be nice. I want to feel like some VIP type shit,
I got you.
just something like that. They give it a vibe. Have people that are taking our pictures and shit.
Gotcha.
Might pay some girls to stand around us like groupies. just get a whole vibe. You gotta do that shit though. And we be thinking that people will be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let it come organic." And then you look over and then you realize that's what they doing. There's people that get paid to do that. There's plenty of women that get paid to just stand around you. And a lot of times you'll notice they don't even know the fucking song. They just there. They be there just vibing, looking cute, and that's what you need. It works. But you need stuff like that.
Yeah,
It just helps the experience too. Even just being an artist, just having that somebody taking pictures, somebody getting stuff, that should make you feel good. You get on stage and perform, and people actually interacting with you and shit. That should make you feel good. So that's really what I want to do is just give that experience.
I got you.
Just some type of stuff where everybody want to be there type.
I can respect that. I can understand why you would want it set like that. Um, I've seen some showcases flop big time due to egos and money mismanagement. So I can
Right,
so those are always the two contributing factors as to why some of these other projects fail.
right. That's true. Remember this. Only yeah, I'm not gonna keep fighting.
The
Now you on the
baby.
video too. Say hi. Say hello.
Looks the other way. What a baby.
You stuck here with me. You look tired. Is that why you being bad?
Um, Let me not take up too much more of your time. Um, do you have any upcoming projects or plugs that you want to put in?
I'm definitely working on a song because everybody been waiting on the emo Elso song. Cause I got my song Volo Mari, a lot of people love, but it's so sad. I hate having to get sad, even though that's how I be feeling. I
Yeah,
like to disassociate, but it's like I'm working on the song where I kind of call voices and stuff like that that I'm releasing. It's kind of long, and I made the beat and everything, so that's gonna be the next one where I kind of just open up. I don't know if y'all gonna get another one for a while, so I would just put it all out in that song and just get some feelings out and stuff like that. But that's the biggest one I have coming right now. And then after that, I'm gonna be working on like the EP.
hell yeah.
So
And do you have any advice for any up and coming artists, whether they're from your area
my
or if they're
biggest,
from outside my area?
I feel like the biggest advice for anyone would be to just keep going. And you don't got to be the best. You just got to be your best. So the only competition you should be in is just be in competition with yourself. And that's what'll get you farther. Every day, I just want to be a better version of myself than I was before, and that's what helps me.
Hell yeah. That's actually really great advice. That's like the first. Actually, no, I've had a couple of my guests say something similar to that, but I still appreciate hearing it from a different person every single time. Um, Anyways, thank you, Elsie, for taking the time to be a part of this interview. When you do get a chance, please
Mhm.
send me those links so I can actually put all that in the description and
I got you.
keep rocking in the free world. You know, hopefully I get to stop by Memphis and see you.
Yeah, that'd be dope. And thank you too. Say bye bye, Gaia. Look.
With the little
You ready
Tobies,
to
bro. What a baby.
go? Toes. Ready to go?
You're
Bye bye.
free.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I just put up in that big body, I got a lot of money coming in. I took out the phone with my demon and tell me that I'm gon' win. I can be wasting time on the net, I just be running up a fucking shit. Steady bitch and make it shit. I'm in that by my street. I don't be giving no fucks. I don't know what to call it on. I don't be giving no fucks.
There's no compromise for quality. Count on us. And there's nothing too good for a customer.